we're seeing this sort of assertiveness, of rising assertiveness of the Chinese, who do not, whether it comes from business companies or from political, from other countries and political leaders, are less and less accepting of criticism or raising flags on what they do, and using sort of threatening tone and sanctioning. So there is this sort of escalation that we see, and with all these companies which for years actually were actually closing their eyes on very dubious practices, labor practices in China. It's not started yesterday, but now in the context that we see politically, where countries in the West are criticizing China for the Uyghur situation, they are sort of joining in and sort of saying we cannot accept this, which is a good thing. But what I think is that Chinese have very strong capacity to sort of dismiss this, because they're going to replace their company, whether it is H&M or others, by Chinese lines.
Well, let me ask on that point, Nico, Hines. We saw, for instance, the Chinese athletic shoe brand Anta, which has left the Better Cotton Initiative, which is this statement of good intention on the part of those in the clothing industry, and their share prices Friday soaring. Do you agree with Laure that it's just going to be benefits for domestic brands now?
It could well be. I mean, it's very interesting to see, this is a kind of real challenge to globalization, isn't it? We're reaching a point now where China is going to be so forthright and so controlling over companies which exist in their space that companies, major international brands who've been trying to break into China because there's huge profits to be made there, as well as all of the manufacturing power, are going to have to decide whether they want to be a truly global country, which also operates in China, or whether they want to stick to the old Western Hemisphere. And it's going to be a moment of is there going to be a bipolar world trade system? Or because there's no way that China are going to start backing down. They're going to become increasingly powerful and increasingly strong. And as is clear from these comments, they're going to become increasingly assertive. I thought it was interesting, Joe Biden said that China clearly wanted to become the world's leading and most powerful nation. And he said, not on my watch. But Joe Biden's 78 years old, so that doesn't give us too much prospect of safety looking forward.